New York State takes steps to ban 3D printed guns. There's a proposal that requires 3D printer manufacturers to prevent weapon printing. That won't work. Governor Kathy
Hey, you spoiled the ending, Luke. We were going to have a whole conversation.
Governor Kathy Hochul unveiled proposed legislation requiring 3D printers sold or used in New York to include safeguards that prevent printing guns or gun parts, aiming to curb unserialized ghost guns. The bill would criminalize possessing or sharing gun printing CAD files without authorization, require police to log recovered 3D printed firearms in a statewide database, sure, and push manufacturers to redesign pistols to resist illegal automatic fire conversions. Cool. Researchers warn online communities and step-by-step guides are lowering barriers to DIY weapons, while critics say targeting manufacturers won't meaningfully reduce violence amid lawsuits over conversion devices. Glock announced pistol redesigns to prevent illegal modifications.
So yeah, here's the issue. And this is something that I think we can speak to with a fair bit of authority. Being in Canada, there's a lot of firearms that are banned in Canada.
Yeah.
And it makes exactly this much difference because our neighbor, the US&A, does not have bans on said weapons, and getting them over the border for ne'er-do-wells is pretty easy. And the ban only really impacts
one of the biggest
people who play by the rules.
Recent bans of Canadian firearms was spurred because of a shooting event. But if I remember correctly, this was the one that banned pistols sold in Canada, but all of the guns used in the shooting were smuggled in from the States. So it literally had nothing to do, and I'm not trying to go on any political line here, literally at all. It's just, what? Like this actually like was literally completely unrelated.
We had 2 + 2 and we went 3.
Yeah. Like, so it's really not going to make a difference. Okay, so you ban it in New York. What if someone drives over the state border with a 3D printer?
The really funny part is like, I was a grown adult by the time I realized that America has like 2 states that are like some ridiculous percentage of its overall land mass, and the world was a lot smaller. You know, back in the 1800s. So there's all these like little states where we went around with horses and we walked from one state to the next, and then you go like west and it's like California,
Texas is big.
Texas, you big old Arizona state. You know, we got all these big states over here, and so the idea of a geographical banning having an impact in a state the size of New York, where you could like walk there from I don't know what, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Connecticut, like freaking, what are you even talking about? I'm gonna ban 3D printers from making guns in New York, and that's gonna. It's not like there's a border.
Also, like, good luck, dude.
You're not checking people's bags. It's not a concert. You're not walking through a metal detector. Like what is going?
Even like if you reduce
logic?
it down to individual parts, like what you're printing a frame, and then a tube, and then whatever else. Like, how are you going to actually define that these are gun parts? And then if you do that successfully, people will just make them look weird, and then just trim them down to being normal, or just leave them looking weird because they don't care. Like, it's not going to function. But I mean, good luck. Yeah. Oh man, do I even want to?
And to be clear, yes, it's far. Okay, someone's like, walk from Rhode Island to Pennsylvania and I'll buy everything on lttstore.com. Yes, that is very far. But in the grand scheme of things, it is not very far to transport a 3D printer if you really needed to.
Probably have a car.
Especially when there is no security apparatus whatsoever that would prevent you from doing it.
Yeah.
Dark Guy 2 says, I think this is less about preventing people from making them, but when the cops find them, they can charge them. And like, sure. I just can't see any reason why the ne'er-do-wells wouldn't just set up shop in New Jersey or Massachusetts or Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine or West Virginia or Ohio or Kentucky and then just drive a couple hours into New York.
This topic was also talking about modifying pre-existing sold firearms, namely pistols, to shoot. They're saying automatic fire conversions. What I think they mean no longer being semi-auto, generally referred to as adding a switch to a Glock, so you can just hold and it just fires your whole mag.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation. And if you're doing that, I don't think you care. Just saying, you're already breaking so many laws at that point. Like, what's breaking a 3D printing law on top of it? Just throw it in there. Who cares? Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Laws that impact criminals and impact law-abiding citizens and do not impact criminals are not my favorite. I do understand you have to draw the line somewhere. Yes, like RPGs should probably not just be legal for civilians to just buy and open carry. Like there's got to be right. Well, you laugh, right? But like there's
my brain for some reason just thought of an RPG holster, just like. That's a huge. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Yeah, like just in the lab says like a catapult. Like you probably shouldn't have a catapult strapped to the back of your car.
Oh, but yeah, that's the
like like a ballista just on the top of your Mustang, like with a hole in the roof. You can it
would look sick.
Like there's gotta be there's gotta be a line somewhere.
I want a tank.
Who are you, D-Brand?
But yeah, one of my things is like if you look back at when firearms first got introduced, like if you go to very basic levels, they're very primitive at this point.
Oh, like early firearms?
The thing used for the whole Shinzo Abe situation.
Oh yeah,
was tubes and a plank of wood.
Yeah,
guys. Where there's a will, there's a way. They'll figure it out. People have made firearms in prison before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Out of what?
Just stuff. They're actually quite interesting. But prison-made firearm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just made of stuff.
They even kind of look like guns.
Yeah, they do. Huh.
Yeah.
15 deadly improvised prison weapons and tools.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Turns out it's a tube and a pokey thing.
Yeah, that's all you really need.
And like you can make them way nicer and more advanced, obviously. But like if people want to make this, they're going to figure it out. People can already make the 3D printing gun community is like insane. The files are out there. If you ban them, okay. People already have them. It's just like the open source AI stuff. Like it's already out there. You can't stop AI from being a thing now. You can try to regulate it in whatever way you want, but it's already out there. The 3D printing files for these things are already out there. People can get a huge amount of 3D printers that are highly repairable, that are before this anyways.
Yep.
People can drive them into your state. Like this will do nothing. I'm not necessarily jumping on a political line, but it's just not going to be effective. And again, if it's to throw one more book at people, like I think once you're going that far down the line, it just makes no real impact.